What's going on, guys? So for today's video, I wanted to give you guys a couple tips on how to improve your kill death ratio. Trust me, this will help you out. There's a couple steps you gotta follow. I'll give you guys some different suggestions. If you follow these steps, I'm guaranteeing your KD will go up. So the first step I want to tell you guys, whether you play hardcore or core, I'm more of a hardcore player now, but I do play core once in a while. Trust me, I feel like blind eye is a must. And I know you guys run into people using that micro turret all the time. That is, to me, that's like the most annoying payload in the whole game. Like, I completely hate it. People just put that thing down and it has crazy damage. And it has a pretty good range. So I try to run blind eye on almost every class I have because this is just gonna avoid dying by those annoying ass turrets. It also helps for the vultures. The vultures are really annoying. Right there says Shock Sentry, Warden, and the RC8. So yeah, this thing will help out a lot, especially if you play hardcore. I play hardcore and I run blind eye on almost all my classes. Alright, so another thing I wanted to talk about, most of you might already know about this, but if you haven't tried it or if you don't use it at all, like the personal radar to me is probably the best thing in the game. Like, I know some people might say I'm a newbie, I'm trash for using this, but I mean a lot of people use it. Like, once you get the hang of using this, I've even told a couple of my friends to use it. Once you get the hang of this, like, this thing will save your life so many times. Like, trust me, a lot of people run Ghost in this game. So when you have a UAV up, a lot of people run Ghost. You're not gonna see them on the UAV, but with the personal radar, UAV Ghost doesn't affect the personal radar. So once you use this personal radar, it's sort of like not 100%, but it's sort of like a heartbeat sensor from back in like Modern Warfare 2. I believe it was Modern Warfare 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Modern Warfare 2. It's sort of like a heartbeat sensor where it tells you sort of the direction that the enemies are at, and it's like small circles. I'll show you up on screen a picture of it on screen. The closer it is to the center, it means the closer the enemy is. The farther away from it, it could be. If it's look on the outer circle, it means like they could be as far as like across the map. Now, if it's on the middle circle, they could be coming up close. Not too close, not too far away. You're getting near them. Once it's in the closest, the inner circle, they're like right in front of you. Like, you really gotta check. So this thing will save your life, guaranteed. Like, so many times I use this thing on like every single class. If you see my gameplay before, you know I use this on every class. And also, since this is a tactical and you only get to use it once, this is what I like to run. You've probably seen a lot of people running the Warfighter rig, and it's probably because of this reason. Resupply will, once you kill someone, you pick up that bag. Resupply will give you back another personal radar, and basically you can have unlimited personal radars as long as you keep picking up those bags. And yeah, I run this thing like every class, as you can see. Every class has a personal radar. So yeah. So another advice I had was the weapon that you use right now. If you haven't tried this, if you play hardcore and you haven't tried using the Xeon, I don't know what you're waiting for. If you haven't unlocked it yet, get it right now. Cause this gun right here in hardcore, I think this might be the best weapon in hardcore. The hipfire on it is unbelievable. That's the main reason I use it, cause the hipfire on this game is broken with most weapons. So this gun right here is like the best hipfire I've ever seen in any weapon. The range, one shot kill range is pretty far in hardcore, and it's for the most part accurate. Like, I don't even run a grip on it. So this is the class setup I have for it. If you guys want to know, it was Elo, Quick Draw, and Fusion Mag. Personal radar, like I said, I run Ghost and Blind Eye. Cold-blooded, Dead Silence. You don't have to run Dead Silence. Some people don't like to run it. I mean, that's personal preference, I guess. But I run Dead Silence on every class. I hate hearing my own footsteps, and me jumping up in the air. But yeah, another weapon that I think you guys would love using if you haven't yet is the Titan. The Titan, it's such a beast. Like this thing is crazy how good it is for a light machine gun. Like it's unbelievable. Like you could play hardcore with it. It's like a little bit slower than the assault rifles and some machine guns, but not too slow. So as long as you like, if you're turning around a corner, aim down sight. Like try to be aiming down sight before turning the corner, or if you're flying up wall running in the air, you're about to fly over a corner. Like just be ready aiming down sight because if you turn in the corner and the enemy's already aiming down sight waiting for you, it's gonna take a while for you to pick up that gun and take him out. So I just recommend having that button pressed down already when you're turning around a corner. But yeah, this gun is crazy right here. The Titan and the Exion. I recommend those weapons for hardcore. They're also pretty good in core, but I love playing hardcore now, so that's the guns I like to use. And before everybody likes to use, so if you like to play core, I would recommend using you could also still run the Warfighter rig, but if you want to avoid dying a lot, I would go with using Rewind on the Synaptic rig because this thing you earn it extremely fast. Only a couple kills. You only need a couple kills. You already earn the Rewind. And once you use Rewind, if you're getting shot, you feel like you got shot once or twice, you just use Rewind. You'll regain full ammo, and you'll have full health, I believe. Yeah. So I've been using this thing a little bit. Like like I said, I don't play core much, but when I do, I try to use it. Not all the time, but this thing does work. Like I've been trying to go for some good gameplays for a video I want to make, and this Synaptic, like, it's crazy how easy it is to go on high streaks when you're using this thing, because you could get out of like crazy situations just using that Rewind, and it saves your life. Trust me, you will end up getting a lot more kills when you're using all of this. So yeah, let's go on to the next step. Now, when it comes to using score streaks, I don't really run lethals because I'm usually going for de-atomizers and trying to get the higher score in the game. And running lethals will not give you as many points as just getting a kill with your own gun. Like usually, like with a warden, you'll get like 25 more points, I believe, instead of getting the full 100 if you were to kill that guy with your own weapon. So that's why I'm usually running support like UAV counter and advanced. But if you want to improve your KD, Warden is a beast. That thing will get you a lot of kills. If you can earn them quick, Warden will help you out a lot. Another thing, the Vulture is pretty good. Like I said, I don't really use them, but I know when the enemy team uses them, it's just, I hate it. If you don't have blind eye, you know how annoying it is. But yeah, if I wanted to run lethals, I would probably run Warden, UAV, Warden, and maybe the Vulture, but since I'll probably want to go for a higher score streak, I'll probably just put an RC8 on. But again, if you feel like you won't really earn them so much, just use a Vulture. And yeah, that's about it on score streak. You should be good with the Warden, trust me. It'll put in work. Alright guys, so the next step I have is if you haven't tried this yet, trust me, I don't know, a lot of people don't. I know it because I can see when they play, you could tell by the way they play. A lot of people don't use stick and move, and a lot of people don't know about stick and move because every time I'm in the game, everybody's like, oh, you got a modded controller. Oh, you're a hacker. How could you fly in the air like that? You got a scuff, blah, blah. Like, bro, it's stick and move, man. I have used the scuff before, but I'm telling you, stick and move is the same thing. Like, once you get used to it, you will never, trust me, ever go back to plain default. Stick and move for advanced movement. I know we're gonna have boots on the ground next year, but for advanced movement, you have to use stick and move. If you want to use those high wall runs, especially if you're using like the synaptic and you use propulsion, you want to take advantage of the high wall runs. You gotta use stick and move, man. If you don't have a model controller or Scuff, Battle Beaver, whatever, uh, please just try stick and move. Some people like bumper jumper, which is right here. I don't really like it too much. It's just a little weird for me to aim down and jump with R2. Like, I prefer stick and move, and I know a lot of people do. So trust me, try this out. And once you get the movement down and get used to jumping with R3, you will 100% get way better. Like, I don't care. If you haven't tried it, you will 100% get better. And if you follow those steps that I just told you, you will improve your KD.